What's up, everybody? Courtney here. I know the lighting isn't the best, but I'm still going to go ahead with this video. As you know, I was thinking today and thinking about, people that have felonies and how now President Trump is a felon. And somebody brought to me another perspective on looking at why so many things now in law are felonies. The government can't hold you back. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people, and the media, the music that our children listen to, the music that we grow up to, your household environment, poverty, etc. And a lot of these people got felonies at a young age, grew up in not so great households. And once you obtain a felony, it is extremely hard to get anywhere in life. Not saying that you can't, but you were limited on a lot of things you were able to do as a felon. I know a lot of good people that bust their butt every single day, get up, go to work 14-hour days, come home. But just because they're labeled with the word felon, a lot of things in life holds them back from. Getting an apartment, one of them. Being able to vote. Just jobs in general. And folks, if you think it's, you have to commit a crime that is heinous to get a felony, that is untrue. There's a lot of white-collar crimes that you get felonies for. And, people deserve second chances. And once you're labeled, the government has their thumb on you for life. There's no getting out from it unless you can tremendously change, and build contacts with certain people, places, and things. You know what I mean? To get a pardon. But that is hard to do. So think about it, folks. Think about it. Think about why they want... The system is made for the government to make money. It honestly does not benefit us, the taxpayer, or the people, not one iota. It doesn't benefit. Our roads are still a mess. People that should be in prison are out here on the streets. Chester's, for instance. It just... And the amount of things that you can obtain a felony for or get in trouble for, and it's all a money racket. And if you've never had to go down this road before, more power to you, okay? More power to you. But for the people that have went down this road and have changed their lives and tried to better themselves and know the struggle that comes along with it, it's a pain. And, the government could care less. And I hope people wake up and smell the roses. They don't care whether we live to see tomorrow. Because if you haven't checked recently, if you're an illegal in this country, you get more benefits and more help than a U.S. citizen gets. We can't take care of our veterans. We have our elders living on Social Security that can't even pay rent anymore, let alone buy their medication. But yet we're housing illegals for free. So if these laws that they're holding the American citizens back by labeling them a felon, if we're so bad, I just really don't get it. And I truly wish that this country would get better. After today with President Trump being shot, I highly doubt that. They know, the other side knows, that the only way to get rid of him is to assassinate him. They're going to attempt a Kennedy. Because at this point, the U.S., our economy is horrible. I don't know of anybody that is not tired of paying high power bills, high everything, high grocery bills, high this, high that. Every time you walk out the door, it's $100. There's no sense in it. And it's called the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. And there's no entry-level housing anymore because big corporations own most of the housing in America anymore. So you have big entities that claim they're for our best interests, and they are not. That's like our children. Why it's a law for our children to go to school 8 hours a day, for them to be taught what the U.S. government thinks is what should be taught. And we have kids graduating that can't even read. It's called the dumbing down of our children. Look at Finland. Look at China. Look at Australia. Look at Japan. Look at all these other countries that put into their kids to make sure that they can graduate knowing how to cook for themselves, knowing how to, do their finances, making sure that they can grow up to be a productive member of society. We do none of that in our school systems. None of it. For Pete's sake, in my local county, the local principal, as a high school prank, allowed seniors to commit felonies. And got away with it. And most of all those people that were the high schoolers that were done the prank were people in positions of power, or knew people, or knew somebody. So they got away with it. If it would have been children of not so high standard, I guarantee you felonies would have been made, and keys wouldn't have just been handed over. Here, go have fun. So it starts young, it starts young, and it starts at our schools. That's why, Parents for Change, that's why I'm so adamant on changing on how a board can make or break what happens in our county. We outnumber them in general. 20-1. And I don't think that it should come down to a board. I think a lot of things should be a community vote with a board vote. Because we, as a county, have a say-so where our tax dollars goes and what our children learn and what goes where. And we have people in positions of power making way too much money. Way too much money. And not doing one iota. I mean, I don't see them anywhere. Yes, they're, at the real, nice schools and the inner city schools. But, folks, it starts at home and it starts young. And if you look at a school system and look at a school, won't you take a look at a prison? And how it's set up. Set up the same way. With that being said, guys, I just hope that you, open up your mind, open up your heart, and what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And we need people to band together. We need to band together for the betterment of our children, for this country. I just pray for this country. I pray for all of us, because it's going to get worse. I mean, I don't know many people now that aren't struggling to buy groceries. That doesn't mean that they don't work. It's that they either make too much for food stamps, or they do get food stamps and they don't really buy much. I mean, a buggy of groceries is $600 now for the same, So the amount of how much stuff is and what people are going through, just pray for your neighbor. Pray for your neighbor. We're all going through battles that nobody knows nothing about. And then if you're in a position where you don't have to worry about bills, consider yourself thankful. Don't be boisterous about it. Consider yourself thankful. Because, unless you wear somebody else's shoes and walk their walk, you never really quite know what they have had to go through in life. So, be more like Jesus. Be more like Jesus. Hear all them crickets from outside. Comes a car going down the road. But just be mindful, folks. We're all going through something in life, and some is worse than others, and I pray for everybody every night. I pray that God makes a way when there seems to be no way. And I pray anybody struggling in their sobriety tonight finds it through one more minute and one more day, because you're so worth it. And you do matter more than you ever will know in this lifetime. God loves you. I love you too. I know the struggle. Keep your head up and remember, you matter. Peace out, guys.